going. Early in the morning after a big Wednesday night. Eric, the Big E Arnold, back in the sports barn with MLB picks. And that's what we like. Big Wednesday. Trying to trick YouTube there with a who cover. YouTube, a cover. I'm not going to tell you who's covering it because then YouTube might get me. But big Wednesday night, we got MLB picks for you, 5 of them here on Thursday. So I catch my breath, yes, I'm out of shape. Fat men dancing, yes, that's right. Although I tell you what, I woke up this morning and did you ever have that feeling like you're getting thinner? Your pants are looser? You know, my pants were loose these last few days. I'm getting excited. It's like, yeah, I'm starting to lose weight for some reason. Despite the fact that nothing's really changed. I'm losing weight for no reason. Pants getting looser. Step on the scale. It's like, goddamn, just as heavy as ever. My only conclusion is I'm getting denser. You know, it's like, I think planets do that. They like start to shrink in on themselves. And the mass is still the same. It's just the planet smaller. So I think I'm just getting denser. Probably shrinking too. All right, old business. Let's show you what we did here yesterday. Oh, really? I'm going to call this a clean sweep. You know, we had the Mets early. I was a winner. The Indians, they came back, beat the Cubs, out bullpenned them, out-dueled them in the bullpen. Phillies, nice comeback win for them in the 9th, tying it, winning it in extras. The Yankees, they held on. Cole paid off. He paid us back for losing earlier. I mean, he did it all himself, basically, a shutout, with the exception of the 9th pitched by Chapman. The Astros beat the taking the break Angels. Our top play was the Diamondbacks, and we're calling that no action. You know, it said it's our top play, and it was the game lost. But, you know, we said Rogers was going to pitch against Gallen. We wanted to play against Rogers. We wanted Gallen, and neither one started. So we're just calling that no action. And if that makes me a fraud, well then, you know, I can't help you. And then the Dodgers late night, as we pointed out, the Dodgers seem to win those games where they're huge favorites at home. Those are ones they get. So they come through in a smashing fashion. We kind of think Arias is a budding ace that we want to look for him in the future. So, hey, big night. That's what we like. That's what we like. Pittsburgh Louie, he had another nice night. He's way above 500. He makes his picks in our comment section, so be sure to check him out. All right, before we get to the new business, let's see what else we got here. Well, I've been avoiding this, but I guess I need to address this. No, I don't think I have to give back my money on the Kentucky Derby winner, Medina Spirit. For those of you that missed it, I had the winner before the Kentucky Derby. I said, you know, we have a video out there somewhere. It said, we're playing Medina Spirit, and he won. Now, as it turns out, apparently he cheated. If I understand the way the parimutuel rules work, is that once a race is declared official by the race stewards, that's it. Then the bets are paid. If you remember, was it 2 years ago? What was it, Maximum Security? He won the race, but there was an inquiry because he ran over a couple horses around the turn. I would call that jockey error. They took him down. Took him down after a 20-minute replay and put Country House to the top, and then they paid Country House. And then they declared the race official. And, you know, Maximum Security's owner threatened to go to the Supreme Court, and ultimately then backed off that once his attorneys told him, yeah, that's really not going to work, sir. But these kind of things happen in sports, these out of the cloud disqualifications, days, months, years after an event has happened. It's a running joke between my wife and I that we were at, I believe it was the 2011 Sugar Bowl between Arkansas and Ohio State in New Orleans. And then, years after the fact, that whole season, I guess, was wiped out because Terrell Pryor had improperly gotten a couple tattoos from alumni or some damn thing. So it was like, well, I guess, we were never there. The game didn't happen. So, I saw the game, I thought, but, they tell me now the game never happened. So they pay, I mean, at some point you have to, just declare, come on, don't be a dick. There. At some point, you have to declare the event over. Draw a line, say, this is it. It's over. Just like the election. Yeah, on January 6th, this is it. The dude's the president. Joe Biden's now the president, and it just doesn't matter what happens after that. The thing is over. So, and I think that's the way the Kentucky Derby is when the officials declared the race official. So I don't think that, offshore books are going to, once, and it will happen, that, right now they're in the midst of disqualifying Medina Spirit. This bit about, well, we want the other sample of urine tested. For those of you who don't know what that is, who aren't familiar with how they drug test, it's really no different, clank, no different than testing an American truck driver. The subject, whether it be a driver or a horse, pisses in the cup. They take the cup, they pour half the urine in another container. So you got urine here, and then you just put it in two separate places. That's it. So if one tests positive, you can always say, well, I want the second sample tested. Well, guess what? It's going to be the exact same thing because it came from the exact same place. The only time it would be different is somehow this first sample was adulterated during the testing process. In other words, en route, some nefarious FedEx driver or something somehow pried the sample open, stuck in some substance that would make it pop positive, and then send it on. If that happened, yeah, the second sample is going to test clean then. The chances of that happening are zero, basically. And I guess now that Pafford has, basically admitted it after doing the big circle of, stampy feet, I don't know why this is happening to me, and then finally coming around to, all right, it's the same circle of MLB cheaters, basically. No, that's ridiculous, the A-Rod. Throw everybody else under the bus. Everyone's lying except me. And then finally, once the evidence is overwhelming, now Baffert is, I guess, at the bottom, and he'll start the Baffert Redemption Tour. I mean, he'll be calling MLB games, I guess, just like A-Rod in 2 years. So, it looks like Medina Spirit is going to get the race at the Preakness, which I think is great. The horse is the horse. I mean, he doesn't know what's going on. So it was his performance abnormally good? I don't know. I guess we'll find out Saturday. I really can't wait because that's going to be, that's going to be an exciting deal there. I mean, is the horse going to finish last? Because this, Baffert, to hear him tell it, no, that has nothing to do with it. It's all ridiculous. It's all a mistake. It certainly didn't affect his performance. He's going to look like an asshole if that horse finishes last, which in a way, I kind of want that to happen. On the other hand, I kind of, I'm kind of emotionally attached to this horse that won me $200. So I'd kind of like it to, do well. So I don't know what I don't know which way we're leaning yet on the Preakness. If we're going to stick with Medina Spirit, it's kind of a guesswork. It's like, this horse, and then Bafford's dropping another horse into the race, and apparently he did not race at the Derby, so I'm sure that horse is probably dirty. Who knows? Bafford's you watch that movie, Mind That Bird, or whatever it was. No, the race is called 50 to 1, or the movie is called 50 to 1. It's about the 2009 Kentucky Derby, the one that Mind That Bird won at 50 to 1. It's a ridiculous Disney movie that I think a freshman film student could have written the script better, but it's a Disney movie, and I don't think Disney is a very good company anymore. But they make Baffert out to be this cartoonish villain in that movie, and he's living down to every stereotype and easy joke in that movie right now. So it'll be interesting. Saturday's only a few days away, so we're looking forward to that. What else we got here? Oh, I want to make sure I make this public service announcement. I saw that we need to pass this along as a safety announcement. As you might have known, some places there's no gasoline because I guess there was a major cyber attack. You would think then the FBI would go find these guys. I mean, it's basically an act of war by whoever has done this. So I would like to think my FBI is doing something about this. I'm sure they're not, and I'm sure they'll never catch these people. But at any rate, don't put gasoline in plastic bags. That was an announcement from the federal government to you. I just want to amplify that in case you're stupid enough to do that. I guess your government thinks you are stupid enough to do that. I don't know what that says. Have we sunk to that level where we just need the government to do everything for us, where we're incapable of doing anything and everything for ourselves, and we need the government to, have a public address announcement? Anymore, things will be kind of automated with smart technology and whatnot, where new smart houses will spy on you at all times. So I guess if you go over there and go to an open electric socket and try to lick it, I guess an alarm will go off and saying, "Caution, caution, licking an electric socket can cause bad things to happen." It's things like that, I guess, is where we're headed. That, don't put gasoline, it's like, well, why stop there? I mean, just go ahead and, can I put it under my bed? What about a box? What if I take a cardboard box and, duct tape it up really good so it doesn't leak? Can I put it in that? Because I think I could. I don't think it's going to leak. I think it'd be okay. And if it does leak, well, it won't leak a lot, because I really need this gasoline. It's not really shut per se. It's just kind of open. It's just kind of like a vat of gasoline. That'd be okay, right? I guess, do I need the government to tell me these things? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that says. Yeah, I honestly think that maybe we do. There are probably people in this country well, yeah, I mean, it's a Ziploc bag. It's sealed. I just seal it up real good, and then, what doesn't seal, we use duct tape over the top of it. It'll be all right. It's cool. I'll just stick it in the freezer. It won't hurt anything. I guess there probably are people doing that, I don't know. Let's go throw some axes. Let's throw some axes. Yay, let's throw axes. Axe throwing league. Ay, ay, ay. All right, let's have some games here. Let's see if we can keep the winning streak going. What do we got? We're going to take the Phillies here. All these are one-star games. I have no real hard feelings about these games. These are not my favorites. But, in search of action, here you go. Well, what do we like about this Phillies game? The Phillies are starting to play well, and I see some signs of encouragement. Last night, Girardi, he managed aggressively. He managed to win that game. In other words, his relievers had pitched the day before, and he could have very well just gone, oh no, you're tired. I'll put in, guy fresh from AAA. No, he pitched his best dudes, and we won the game. So I like that. And to me, that means this guy maybe is seeing a moment where he's like, all right, here's where I'm going to teach this team to win. And we're going to go out there and try to win every game for a stretch to get these guys in the habit of winning. Because this team needs to learn how to win. All of them, every last one of them. There's not one guy on this team that has any kind of winning pedigree. So Girardi has to teach them. So I get the impression he is trying to teach them. Herrera in center field, he's starting to get back into a groove. That's a huge hole that he could fill very nicely. He won the game for him last night. I think Real Muto's going to play today. I got the impression that, and again, this goes back to aggressive Girardi. If he's saying, all right, how you feel? And the catcher will be like, well, I don't know. It's still kind of sore. All right, you're in there. That's what, that sends a signal to the whole team. All right, this is go time. This is not rest time. This is not goof around time. This is go time. So that's what I'm hoping is Real Muto is going to be in the lineup. What's wrong with him, you're saying? Well, he took a 100-mile-an-hour fastball off the tip of his, kneecap. Yeah, he's got a protector there, but still, 100 miles an hour is 100 miles an hour. So he's got a big-ass bruise. There's no structural damage. It's really just, can he manage the pain? And if Girardi tells him, you're going to manage the pain, then he'll be out there. So that's what I'm hoping. So that's where we're at there. We think the Phillies are just starting to, make a little bit of a move. The Nationals are just kind of stumbling about at the moment. Yankees, same deal. We think the Yankees are making a move here. They've been making a move for the past probably 10 to 14 days. Now they got basically a full deck. We're going to get a little creative on this one and play the run line. I don't know. I guess I'm thinking they scored all of 1 run last night. Maybe there's some home runs in those bats. Plus, I don't trust their starter, Talion. I think he could just blow sky high. And if he does, we want to cheapen the price. So we'll go with the run line and see if the Yankees can't pop some home runs today. The Rangers, this is just kind of a hunch play almost where, the Rangers, I keep telling you, they're this team that always plays a little better than you think they're going to. They play the Astros tough. That's a team that I think it's one of those intra-state rivalries where it's only a one-sided rivalry. In other words, the Rangers are always kind of, we want to beat those guys because they're better than us. They cheat. And the Astros are just like, the Rangers, they suck. They don't get up for the Rangers. The Rangers get up for the Astros. So maybe we're trying to take advantage of that at a big price here. Game 1 of the series, maybe the Rangers steal one early. That's what I would think they want to do. We're going to try to hit a sneaky home run here with the Rangers. Rockies, Reds. We're kind of looking at the Rockies almost like the Tigers. They're just not that bad. They're 110 loss team? No, I don't think so. I think this is a bad team, but I don't know. It's a horrible bad team. And they always have played better at home. The Reds, not a great history against the Rockies. Castillo has been lousy this year for the Reds. He's supposed to be an ace. He has been complete shit so far this year. I'm thinking Coors Field is a bad place to try to find yourself. So I would think his bad pitching is just going to continue. So you got 2 bad pitchers against each other. We're getting a pretty good price here as an underdog. I think we're getting value with the Rockies. The Reds, they just pitched. They just played against 2 pretty crummy starters and couldn't do dick against them. So, I'm not sure they're going to square these bad Rocky pitchers up. I think we're getting some value here with the Rockies. And then late night, this is, I guess, almost just an action play. Just so this is a late night game that, if you're a baseball fan, you probably want to see it because the Mariners are calling up two of their prime rookies that are going to play in this game. Kelenic, Jared Kelenic, I think that's it. And then Logan Stewart. I forgot to write it down. The kid from both of them rookies. The one kid's going to pitch the game. He's starting. He's pitched like one game so far this year at AAA. Went 5 innings. How many innings is this guy going to pitch? I'm thinking he's going to go 3, 4, 5 innings at the most. We're getting Zach Plesac. I think he's a budding ace. I think we're getting some value here at only 135. And only one book had this, so I used the number they had. This number, I have no idea what this number will end up being. It might be much higher for the Indians, but I'm going to mark it at 135 just because that's what I saw. But yeah, I think we're getting value there with the Indians. That's a team that's won like 12 out of their last 16 games, whereas the Mariners are going the other way. They basically lost the reverse of that. So I really think we're getting some value with the Indians. So, there's 5 one-star games there. That's my least confidence that I have in games. So, buyer beware. But if some of that matches up with what you liked anyway, hey, go crazy. Good, great. Appreciate y'all being here. I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that YouTube doesn't flag this video for copyright infringement, which will cause it to be up late because it'll take a long time to process it and me to readjust it and all this other nonsense. I guess if that happens, you'll see me dancing around here in silence and you'll say, what's this all about? But very good. Hey, thanks for being here. Hey, check out Brooklyn Lou's channel. He said some nice things on our channel some months back in college basketball season. He had a winner last night with the Brooklyn Nets. He's ramping it up for the NBA playoffs. We're going to do some NBA stuff here as well. I think this weekend we'll have the Sixer boy, my brother. He'll come around and tell us how the Sixers are going to dominate and whatever. But good, thanks. We appreciate all you. Eric Arnold signing off.